Hello everyone, it's another in our series of Drive and Talk with your special one here, Susie Q, and of course, Mr. Clarke.
Hello. Today is not the best of my day.
Both hands on the wheel, please. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but today still is not the best of my day. But for you, I will make it be a better day for everyone.
Better.
Okay? So what we are going to talk about today, Susie?
So we're gonna go into talking about relationships. We've spoken about it already.
Yeah, but that cannot too much.
No, because relationships have many factors to it.
Yeah.
This one we're gonna be talking about effective communication within the relationship.
And that is very important.
Yeah, muy importante. Yeah, muy.
Very.
Yeah, little bit of Spanish in there,
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So sit back and enjoy the ride.
Okay.
So the types of communication, people, you might know some, we probably know some
As
well. So the two of them combined together makes all of them. But our little 2 cents we're gonna be giving to you, right? So what you say, communication.
Which of the communication tools are the main where you don't classify as you utilize or use more efficient and use more regular?
Which one works for you?
Yeah, which one works for you in full?
So you just say talking about it in a relationship.
Yeah.
And that
Talking.
one, you know, expressing oneself.
Yeah.
Some people do it
Writing.
yeah, some written things. Some people more of an action.
Yeah,
Thingy.
because trust me, if a man like me if I write to you about
I don't think we don't want Mr.
have
Clarke
to
right to no.
do it like
Is this a suspension?
No. If I write to Uno in terms of like to make an expression or me don't feel about an individual and them something there, trust me, it's gonna be amazing. Because me take pride in my wording.
So it's gonna take a long
I
while.
create my own wording. All of these things where you don't get yourself familiarized with. But yeah,
So-
writing, you can use email, you know, the same format, WhatsApp, you know.
Ways of communicating,
Yeah,
not types of communicating,
Yeah.
ways of communicating.
As well.
So there are many ways of communicating.
Yeah.
Do not, them said, in the Bible, them said don't go to sleep angry or something like so.
Something like
Yeah.
some of the
So in a relationship, pay attention to that. Never
Yeah.
you try to do that.
But the
because-
main, go ahead.
Yeah.
The main one where you don't aim focus upon in terms of when you're in a relationship is a more verbal and a more face on and a more
Yeah, but that is why I said to you, said, don't, that would mean that when I said to you about the Bible verse, would that be don't go to sleep angry.
yeah.
That would be good, meaning that you know must sit down and talk about it and talk it out.
Yeah.
You know, and get to the meat of the matter and what is the problem.
Yeah.
You understand?
That's the official way of working out with dealing with relationship in communication and
Yeah.
despite them other means.
Yeah.
Because there's some things where you really and truly have to talk to the person about. You have to say it. You
Yeah.
get me? And I best possible way for you say it for it to work.
True. So it is very important for you to have communication in any relationship, work, you know,
Social, intimate, you name it.
intimate, right? School wise, you know.
All of the spheres them where the
Yeah, anywhere where you have to go talk to, so where you have to go interact with anybody, communication is key because them have to tell you what to do in order for you
the understanding.
know and you understand so this is what is expected of you. So you move on from there. But it works both ways,
Yeah.
people. You can't want to just talk to one sphere or just set your mind on one thing and expect that that's the thing. Sometimes you have to listen to the other party as well.
Sometimes you have to listen, and sometimes you have to listen as well because the only way to go brand as a communication
It's when your two parties
Yeah,
them in
when
the situation I really discuss it and I say, well, and finding the right and best
but
means.
why it is so important is because we have difficulty communicating with each other because we're caught up with a whole heap of things in there, right? We're caught up with a whole heap of things in it. We have to do with emotion and temperament and you know
Aggression
all
and
of
all
them
them
something
something.
there. You get me?
Patience is key though, you know. In any shape or form, you know that you have to call upon patience. Patience is a virtue, they say, and there's a reason why. Because it helps a lot. In communication as well, some people don't communicate.
People want to see them drive there a while ago.
Clearly.
I must see it. Yeah.
Yes, please, drive safely. Or look out for the other person when not driving safely so you can drive safely.
That's why we'll drive on top.
So when you have patience with communicating with people, it is good because it's not necessarily from the first conversation where you have you go understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
You
Like
understand?
me now, the only time it makes sense to people are when we use YouTube. And sometimes me do it deliberately to communicate where it don't make no sense per spot. But when me gone, you get it.
Okay.
You get me?
Okay.
So you have different strategy where you don't use to put across
This is
something.
a delayed thing.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
You
But
get
hey,
me? It
yeah.
frustrates people still, but it can protect you. Left to who you have to deal with. We have to deal with
I
it.
think when it frustrates them, Mr. Clarke, is when they're ignorant to the information or the message that you're trying to give to them.
Yeah. Not only ignorant, sometimes
No,
they are impatient. They are impatient.
Right.
You know,
Because-
and you are not valuable to them.
Because it's not all information it'll come to you one click. You get what I say? And everybody stays so.
Yeah.
If everybody stays so, this world will be a wonderful place, won't it?
Because sometimes why me have to be like that, Susie, in terms of with communication. I don't like the symptom of especially in a communicative, especially where I have to do with my relationship, when I feel like me in a courthouse.
Oh.
Where it have to come down to yes or it have to come down to no. You get me? So sometimes I will speak in parables and I will speak in shambles.
Sometimes you always are speaking a parable.
Yeah, I will speak in these things because sometimes it will make you learn if the people them or the individual have any interest or any patience in wanting to hear you out. You know, and sometimes it's not necessarily it have to do with capacity, but you can able to use some form of strategy to learn more from the individual where you communicate with. Because if sometimes the individual have a dictative approach in terms of with most things, they are going to show massive sign of impatience, and that can be one format where you use in order to learn of these things from them as well.
They have a bully mentality.
Yeah.
So I noticed that a lot of persons are somewhat, it's like a bullish mentality coming off of the patience people. They are aggressive when they're telling you or stating their point. So it's something that they want to make sure you get it down your throat so that you understand the information. You know what I am talking about. You're listening, you must listen to what me I say.
Yeah.
All these ways. But that is
to the same dictative aspect and control.
Sometimes the aggression that they have with giving off this information or telling you something.
And when the aggression, when the aggression come in a Susie, the reciprocation not really take place.
No, it now go take place because it's like a war going on now.
Because they are telling him Russia gonna move away from Rush to jump. You know?
Fight.
No, jump. Because it not have to go there because
no, but the aggressiveness depending on the person who them talking to, the aggressiveness where you might try
and
to
the nature of your relationship.
Right.
Because
so if you had a volatile relationship before, and this don't have to be a man-woman thing, this can be a brethren-ship thing, and say you and your friend always, anytime you have a heated argument, it lead into fighting. This is the aggression.
Yeah, it can spread to friends.
You understand? So you have to know how you know your friends for years, you know how them stay. You're not gonna want to try to make no argument out of nothing.
Yeah.
But you're gonna make sure say, you know, them get the information what you try to tell them. You understand? Like me that tell Mr. Clarke, watch your patrol now please, watch your patrol. You have to listen to me.
Well, you
might
tell
have
me
say
that now or give an example.
may I give an example. But sometimes I do it with
well, Susie, with them your road there, if you can miss all like patrol, them you deserve a medal because me I go to the right and patrol and come over which bar me there. Me I escape from patrol and patrol are running at me.
patrol are running at you?
Yeah.
It's a road there, Lord Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. But aggression.
But back to the thing in terms of with the aggression, you have to know the demeanor of the individual, especially the person where you're in a relationship with. How temperament them be.
Yeah.
How well they use their profession and mix it up in their personal life. Because to be honest with you, it's a very thin line between your profession and your relationship. Trust me. It may sound a way to you know,
yeah,
but you observe it keenly. Just look on the type of profession where individual, you know, and you will see how the communicative things be.
Okay.
You get me? And sometimes when the indication of lack of respect or no more respect
that plays a
or
part
the intent of ensuring that respect a decline, you will know all of these things as well. Right?
You feel it in how them talk to you.
Yeah. And so you will know say the profession itself caught up into it. But we have to work on that in order because sometimes we the jobs them what we do is seriously extremely toxic.
Yeah.
And if you not stand up strong, you will talk to your first lady or your first husband or whatever, whosoever you're in a relationship, you will find yourself out of context many a times.
Yes.
And you have to get your act together. So you always have to make sure say your mindset and your memory in place so you know where you stand. People are gonna say this is not the case, but I'm telling you, if you check it out for yourself, how close it come many a times versus the toxicity in the job environment where we have to do the communication.
Another one of the factors can be where the person is very dictative. They want to tell you what to do. You know, Mr. Clarke, I might tell you to watch the pothole, but that doesn't mean I'm trying to be dictator. I'm just trying to make us be safe on the road when I do that.
Well,
but you know, said people don't do it like that.
But because we have a good communicative rapport, you wouldn't have to go in at that but in some cases it can come off as triggering for other people.
Yes.
You know, because say you have an individual, your person where you relate to, and you cannot get through to them, no cure you try. You know? And these things always happen in a relationship, especially when the people have themselves say them is smart ass and smart mule or smart donkey or smart giraffe or whatever.
Yeah.
You get me?
Smart.
Them impatient to listen to you in order for you can express yourself or explain the situation.
How are we did that go?
Right? So these are some of the things where we have to look upon as well. We have to do with the aspect of communication.
Excellent.
Their way, so the person is goodly in a more financial, stable situation.
Yes.
They have a way where they have this tendency to talk down as well and be dictative. You have to be careful that you don't get ahead in those things.
Yes.
You know?
Try not to bring that dictatorship into the relationship, whether it be a friendship or just, you know.
Yeah, don't bring it cross. Because if some people may have discussion with them friends we have to do with these things. Say like, customarily in a Jamaica, you never normally have female and make more money than male. But now the table turn and female earn more money. Some man cannot function. And when the lady are vice versa determined in order to explain and express themselves. It can come off in a negative way. That's your good way. I go put cross, and that's the reason why that you can't talk to me like this.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
It would be brought across that way because you're now at the head of the stream, so you feel like you can talk to the person any which way.
And most time when you're in a position where you have to do with these things and you're dictative in a communication, I know something where you have to acknowledge. And even when the person
point it out to you.
Yeah, you're still in
you're
a caught
defensive.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And caught up in this emotion and you're not taking the time out to hear what them have to say.
Yeah.
You know, because you think, say, boy, you're all that. Or you have been there.
And a bag of chips.
And you are done that. Or you done
my
that and
goodness.
these things. You
Listen,
know?
people, you got to listen. In an effective communication, you have to listen. And I don't mean just turn your ears and say listen. Listen, really listen.
Yeah.
And take from the conversation what?
And give the person a chance to talk. You know, because with understanding of each other in a relationship, sometimes it's going to be extremely difficult when temper and all these things flare up. But I'm telling you people, if you don't believe, say, we're not going to one relationship and we're not going to have these things, you don't need to wake up because it's going to happen.
Any realistic relationship,
even if you're in a young relationship now, there are going to be days where things are going to trigger. So the temperament of the communication or the temperament of the discussion are going to make you have a force a resort to like your full stretch of understanding to ensure patience to make sure that the communication work effectively.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
We cannot not state all that we have to say to you. You have to communicate. Right? Don't come and try to give the person a silent treatment because them rub you the wrong way or if your feelings get in at the middle light. Because you know some people are you have some people who are very feelings oriented. Right? So the slightest thing when you say when not sound too right or not going right, them gone up in them feelings.
Feeling closet.
Right. And at you, as a closet, I'm telling you people there is really a closet. And them lock off. No, that is not the right way to go. Because when you state what you have to state, you need to hear what the other person have to say based on what you just say. And then you can say, no, that's not what I'm saying. And, you know, until you get to the meat of the matter and you know what is their understanding of the situation as opposed to what you are saying. You know, lock away yourself because you will never get no resolution to the problem.
If you have this tendency where communication, I know your strength, or talking, I know your strength, and you grow up where everybody praise you and support you, say, boy, him not like talk, but him serious and him will do things and these things. You have to wake up out of that dream, brother, because especially when you are dealing with your lady from a male perspective and your children and people where in and around your surrounding, you have to lighten up. Them the days there. At those days, them the days are gone with. You get me? So on the way you find yourself in a situation where you know you're not talking or you choose not to talk and them thing there. It's either your tongueless or something, but you have to stand up for your talk right. You get me?
True.
And say what you have to say because sometimes it's much better when we can understand each other when we can able to talk. Right? Because you know say them have the saying for say a man when I like talk him always come with all of violence or an individual when I like talk and whether them stutter or these things then come with a lot of violence and these things. And you don't want things lead to those directions.
No.
Because right now all this world set up, violence supposed to be the last thing for anyone's mind in terms of especially where you have to do with relationship and communication in a relationship. Right?
I can attest to this, Mr. Clarke, because first and foremost, when you're young, you are up in your feelings. I used to be that way. You understand? I had to wean myself, like when you wean baby off of the breast. I had to wean myself out of that attitude because it got me nowhere. You understand? So, speaking from experience, I can say people, this is something that you need to encourage yourself to do. And talk more about what is the issue or what is the problem that you're having. to get a resolution for it so that you don't have sleepless nights. Do you have any input on that?
Well, Susie, up until this day, me still have issues in terms of how I deal with certain situations. But I try my best to communicate in the interim as well. But when I reach at a point and I'm done. Me no say nothing more. You get me? Anytime me have to try balance out my vexation to make sure it's a communication help me, that's me not start think differently.
Yeah.
Because my temperament sometimes costs me.
Yes, people, and some of us have a temper.
If you don't talk, you know, because I am a very jovial person. And anybody with around me, sometimes them I wonder if something wrong with me, because me will find myself a skin my teeth like me a goat or so.
True.
But I'm telling you about me. Me just share this to my viewers and when me reach at a point where my temper come in play, I don't talk. And it start lead my mind to different things. Right? When I see that drive the same way, me just want to see.
Man, not even pause, it just swing out.
Yeah. My temperament sometimes, me just say, you know what, me finish. Me no no more talking.
Yeah.
You get me? But those are things that me have to continue to work with still, or work on. Because you know, you're not going to be able to get it right in full, especially when you are dealing with your next half.
And to say this too, some persons grew up this way.
Yeah.
You understand me? But if you encounter a relationship and you are constantly communicate, sometimes it turns that other person around to come over on board to your thing where they talk more about what they're feeling and how they're feeling or what you do them. You understand? So don't give up hope, you know? There is light at the end of the tunnel. Continue doing what you're doing because there is a solution at the end of the day.
Yeah, but and again too, even if I discover say I'm wrong in our communication, or I discover say I'm right, and I still get wrong, it trigger my temper, right? Inside. Yeah. It trigger my temper. And when it trigger my temper, because remember say where I come from in old school, so when we upset, we ending up being vexed.
Yeah.
We ending up a world I got able to crash if it choose to.
Yes.
Or you choose to ensure say it crash. Because a lot of people in a prison this day are in a some situation where make them end up at prison. If then they just realize that they could have able to talk it out, it under there and our temper get better at them.
True.
So communication is very important with all different aspects where we have to deal with, we have to do with people.
True.
Right? But the especially in a your relationship, you have to find peace within yourself to ensure that it can prevail and the communication is there.
Yeah.
Right? Because communication is important in most things. All the things that you do, especially with your side, with your spouse or your wife or your husband or
children,
your children,
your neighbor.
You get me?
Because these things can cause problem to your neighbor. See you put on a bag of something there and it's a problem. But they before them just come and ask you, Joe, why you put the bag there? Then you would explain, say, you know, say I put the bag there because I went inside to go and do. No, some neighbors are mischievous and they'll cause an argument for it. But if the person know where you stay, would have just asked you the question, then you would answer them. You understand me? Yeah. So communication is key in every facet.
We have to also work on a situation where when the communication come in play, because sometimes we're in a situation where people not in a mood for talk. They're in a mood for other things. And sometimes the other things that they're in now work out right. And they just need somebody to say, you know what, move to your right a bit.
Yeah.
Go to your left. Go forward.
Yeah.
And you can reciprocate these movements and it change everything.
True.
You get me? All of them look at something that we have to put in a perspective. Yeah. But we have to seriously look at how we communicate. When we communicate, you know, the effectiveness of it, especially in a relationship, so we can be able to discover the longevity and we have to do with we being together and them something, right?
True.
And don't have this tendency to really create an environment where through the personal like talk, you talk them down. Right? Listen to them. You are smart as you think you are. Just remember that. And you don't have nothing to read too much. Or don't read. Because people's feelings determine how much their communication strength is. Yeah, next thing people with the communication. You know. Susie mentioned, say, boy, you know, if you got your bed fixed and then something there. You get me? When you have the issue where vexation come in place, we have to do the communication. You will find yourself go sleep in a one room, or you sleep outside, you sleep on the balcony, or you will go
Maybe throw water on you, don't do it.
Different area go sleep. Right? Remember, say vexation sometime when you jump in, you know, you have to find a way if you understand the person so you can communicate the communication. Right? And if both are on a vex, the standoff there is going to establish and it can lead to things to destruction. One person have to step up
and be the bigger one.
And be the bigger one. Knowing say we go to poise yourself and say how smart we think we is and them something there. And you're able to engage in some communication so we can be able to move away from that environment, that negative environment there. You know, so we have to look on them something there. And most things, we don't communicate with you, especially with your spouse or your people them. Keep it there. Keep it between you and them.
Oh yes, it's true.
You get to me, I say? Keep it beyond for you and them. Don't go highlight to other people in details within the communication and want to resolve from it. If you think, say you need to share something, generalize it. You will figure out what I'm talking about when I say generalize it, the aspect of the thing. Right? So them something that we have to work on as well, brother. But communication is very important. It saves life. It prevents prison. It keep us together. It make your children, them have more understandable ways of operating with their children. It does so many things. So it's a key factor, especially in a relationship with you have with any individual or an individual where you have with. Right?
Well said, Mr. Clarke. Well
yeah,
said.
I remember say a Clarke TV this. Boy, not boy. Girl. People. Trust me.
Viewers.
Me I tell you say.
Subscribers.
Yeah. But really appreciate love the type of support. You know make me all that twang.
Twang away, Mr. Clarke. Twang away.
I really do appreciate the support that you're giving to me in dealing with the situation of the YouTube. You know, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the situation in terms of with the support that I'm seeing, the contribution that you're putting out effort to make, and all these things.
And the sharings.
And the sharing.
The watch times.
The watch times.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, you know. And sometimes when me be like this, when me kind of emotional right now. I'm kind of strong because anytime I feel like this, I speak proper English. You know?
Be careful on the road when you're driving, okay?
Yeah. So, people just remember to just continue to subscribe to Clarke TV and share the videos them. You know, just like today, somebody give us a topic to talk about, and because they like how we're able to share some of these things. And it's something where you're good your cup of tea, but at some point in time you're going to need something or some opinion or some views.
To know for deal with that situation.
Trust me, I know everything in our book, even though them say it in there. Because in our book and in our reality are two different things. Right? So remember to subscribe to Clarke TV. Big up on yourself, big up on your family. Okay,
guys, we wanna send a shout out to Mrs. Gordon, our top watcher.
Yeah, one of our top watchers.
One of our top watchers, you know. Thank you so much, Mrs. Gordon.
Yeah, for real.
You know, we appreciate you. We want to big up our family, our friends,
Yeah.
our co-workers.
Yeah.
Yes, our co-workers.
All our co-workers, them, we have to
Yes.
big them up as well.
Yes, we
Because them
want
a
to
part
thank you
of our
all,
system.
you know, continue to watch us.
Because one of them said we must talk about this today.
Yes.
You get me?
So we appreciate your opinions and your views, you know, your comments. They are considered and taken into consideration. So continue
For
to do
real.
it, please. You know, we are really we can't say it no more. We really appreciate you.
Because
you
when
know,
you look on with numbers, it speaks well.
speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that we know that we're doing something right.
Excellent. Not wrong.
No, not wrong.
Nor left.
Right. Nor left. Right.
Right.
Yes. Thank you.